Here we go. Welcome to the Crypto Andrew live stream. Let's look at Bitcoin and let's look at the Fear Greed Index. There's a few things that we need to look at. Today is our longer live stream. If you guys are new, appreciate if you guys hit the subscribe button. And I also appreciate if you guys hit the notification bell. That way you get notified every time I post a video or go live. We're live on YouTube and TikTok right now. If you guys want to join the Telegram, that link is in the description below. That I basically post when I go live there, or if you guys have general questions, you can ask me there. Otherwise, if you guys want to follow the trades I take day in and day out, link to join my trading group is in the description below. Let's see let me share my screen so that you guys can see what I'm seeing. And crypto fear greed index. Right now we are in fear. Anything above 50 would be neutral. So right now we are in very slight fear. But that is where the markets think we are at currently. I personally, based on how I feel right now, I feel the bottom has been put in around 77. I think it was just around 78,000 was the bottom. Low 78,000 was the range low, and we'll see what happens. But to me, I believe that is the bottom, and I think Bitcoin from here is going to go back to all-time highs. My target for minimum would be $120,000. My ultimate target for Bitcoin really would be anything above 170 would be like extremely ridiculous, and that's a blow off top scenario in my opinion, not financial advice. That's just what I see in the charts. If we go above 170, I'd be completely out of crypto. I have a long-term bag that I'm going to hold until I retire, but like a portion of it I'd be selling. The stuff I want to sell this cycle, I'd be selling no higher than 170, because at that point I want to be completely out. So let's go see what Bitcoin's doing right now. Today, I will admit, even though we got the dump, like I wasn't able to capitalize on it very much. We'll see what happens. But to me, right now, last few days for trade were great. Today, it just wasn't my day, I guess. So right now, I saw a falling wedge for Bitcoin. But like when you made this most recent dump to the downside, to me, that was it. That was kind of what you had to hold, and you just didn't hold this last local low here. Bitcoin lost $86,700, and when you lost that level, to me, I'm bearish. So if Bitcoin wants to be bullish again tonight, you must reclaim $86,700. Sometimes it takes me a long time looking at the charts to see what levels you have to hold to be bullish, but tonight, like that's my line in the sand. Bitcoin must hold 86.7 to remain bullish. So at this point, this is kind of an ugly falling wedge, and I would say at this point, it's not much of a falling wedge. If you're trying to buy now, you're catching a falling knife. So we'll see what happens. I will say at this point, I don't see this as a falling wedge anymore. You're just going down too fast. You could kind of say that this is now the bearish channel that you're in, and it's this is the channel you're in. So you have to find a way to get a bounce here. But right now, the bulls are in control. I'm sorry, the bears are in control. And this is a bearish downtrend that we are currently in, and I would be looking for this to somehow get a bounce. The downside, but until you break the top of this channel, you're bearish. And 86.7 is a massive resistance now to the upside. If you break 86.7, your next resistance would be 87,400. If you can't break 86.7, I'd be looking for the next support to be about $84,800 on Bitcoin. So to me, I don't know why that line is green, the other ones are yellow, but to me that's kind of what we got going on, and this is the range that we are in, really on the smaller time frames. That's kind of what we got going on. So to me, I'm bearish on Bitcoin for the rest of the night unless you can crack $86,700. That's not even $400 away, so we're not that far away. So that's what I see going on for tonight. The 15-minute time frame right now for Bitcoin is oversold, but you are failing to get the bounce. You're about to lose a 200-day moving average on the 15, so really it would be a good place to bounce off the 200, but can you do that? That's the question. You lost a 10-minute 200. If you lose a 15-minute 200, I'd be looking for the half-hour 200 to be hit around 85,000. So really, I would look for this. If Bitcoin loses this 200 at 86.2, 85K is next for Bitcoin. So that's just based on moving averages alone, and the fact you're below support now, resistance at $86,700. So I will say, so that's just not good. 1 hour time frame is oversold. The 4 hour time frame is really bearish. Like Bitcoin right now on the 4 hour time frame, still in this candle, just made a new candle, it still has 4 hours to go. And right now, It is looking like there's going to be a little more downside based on the 4-hour time frame alone. So it looks pretty bad to me on Bitcoin on the 4-hour time frame. 6-hour time frame still has a lot more downside to go. We'll see what happens. That's not a good sign. 8-hour looks very bearish as well. So to me, it looks pretty bad for Bitcoin for tonight. 12-hour time frame hasn't even started the dump. Like you're still overbought on the 12-hour time frame. So to me, right now, Bitcoin is not in a good situation. Daily's overbought. That's not a good situation either. The fact that the daily time frame is overbought, that usually does spell a downtrend. 2 days overbought, and the 3-day is about to make a lower high. So to me, I gotta say, 2-day time frame and under is not very bullish to me. And the 15 about to lose the 200. Yeah, I would say this: if Bitcoin loses 86,200, I'd be looking for 85K sometime, probably tomorrow, pretty much tomorrow morning, early tomorrow morning, within the next 4 to 8 hours. I'd be looking for 85K if you lose 86,200. It could, I guess, it could happen way faster than 4 hours, but up to 8 hours, I would say 85K is incoming if you can't hold 86,200. So. That's what I see going on. Bitcoin must reclaim 86.7. If you can't do that and you lose 86.2, I'd be looking for 85K very quickly right after that. So I'm a bear for Bitcoin tonight. But that's where I stand on that. If you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know in the comment section below, and I will look at them. But for right now, that's what I see. I see Bitcoin going to the downside for the rest of the night, unless you can reclaim 86.7. I mean, if this, then that. So that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Let's go over and look at Bookmap. Usually I do this before. I kind of spaced out on this. So this tells you where all the liquidity is at on Bitcoin. Right now, all the liquidity, you look in this left-hand column, there's not much to the upside. You have a very little amount, around 86,400 right above us. And here's the thing. So that doesn't really matter because it's within $100 of price action for the most part, maybe 200 or 300 at very most. But it's below 86,600. So it's not much. That's within about $200, $250 of price action. And then at $86,000, there's a lot of orders. There's a lot of buy orders at 86K, which is, again, $360 lower. But then you come down, you have even more liquidity, slightly more down here at 85.5. That looks like to be a big place of liquidity here on the smaller time frames. And again, I said if you lose 86.2, I'd be looking for 85K on Bitcoin. So that is just based on support and resistance, but there's a lot of orders down here at 85.5. So to me, Bitcoin minimum is likely to come down to 85.5. That's like 90% likely. When the charts are bearish and Bookmap has liquidity, to the downside, over 90% of the time, I would say that you do get that move to the downside. Now, it's only about a $1,500 dump to the downside, but that is Bookmap is suggesting we get a move down to approximately $85,500. And that's just what Bookmap is suggesting. And that would align with what the charts are suggesting happens next. So we'll see what happens. Thank you guys for the likes. Appreciate it, Larry. So that's just what I see going on. Bookmap and Bitcoin, they are, it looks bad. So I don't know. It looks pretty bad. And I will say, as far as crypto goes, it's not looking great. As far as Tesla goes, I made a video on Tesla earlier today, but I will say that I saw Tesla in this bull pennant. I posted this to my trading group this morning, or maybe late this morning, maybe early, maybe it was at noon. And then I said the measure move is 296. So sometime tomorrow we could hit that target on Tesla. That's a bull pennant. I don't usually look at the stock market, but Tesla is like it's up. It was up almost 12% today. So like Tesla is literally the Bitcoin, the volatile Bitcoin of the stock market. And I don't remember the last time Bitcoin was up 12% in a day, but I will say I think Tesla is just, I don't know, man. For the stock market, 12% is insane. That's a lot. So we'll see what happens. But to me, Tesla's likely to go up to a very close to $300 tomorrow, if not get a wick above 300. And I'm not in Tesla. I sold around 330. If we break 300, or actually, I said this in the video, if you get oversold on the 4-hour time frame above 267, I will buy Tesla. So that's just what I'm doing. Not financial advice. That's just what I see. I believe Tesla's probably bottomed at 212, 211. And so I'm looking for an entry, but I don't want to buy when the 4 hours overbought. I hate doing that. So that's Tesla. That is Tesla in a nutshell. Anyways, someone, I don't know, not quite sure who Lucy is. They dipped and then they let one person, so I don't know. Not quite sure what's going on over there. But anyways, that's what I see going on for Tesla. Tesla does look like it wants to get the move up tomorrow and a continuation from today on Monday. So Tesla actually looks bullish also for Tuesday. But yeah, that's what I see going on for Tesla. If you guys have requests, let me know in the comment section below, and I will look at them. But that's Bitcoin in a nutshell. Bitcoin right now is trying to get a small bounce here back to 86.5, and we'll see what happens. So 86.7 is the line you have to break. We go to the 1 minute time frame and see what we see going on. I kind of like doing that in the live stream, and we'll see what we got going on. I'm not going to take a trade in the live stream, but let's see if we can't see something in the charts. So the bulls could say that's a double bottom. I would elect to say that's a lower high, and to me that's still gonna probably dump. But let's see. Something like this could be happening for Bitcoin though. So this is a descending triangle. These break down about 68% of the time. I think in bear markets it's more, bull markets it's less, but in a downtrend it's probably more like a mini bear market. So this is descending triangle. This is when you make the same highs multiple times and you make higher lows until you start to dump. So we'll see what happens, but between Bitcoin being below resistance, Bookmap being bearish, I would presume this would dump, but I could be wrong. It is a 1 minute time frame. But by the books, it still dumps 68% of the time. The measured move being $86,059.70. So that's kind of basically that support level right there. So $86,060 is the measured move of this descending triangle on the 1 minute time frame for Bitcoin. I'll leave this here and we'll see if we hit that measured move. But to me, that's the most likely scenario for Bitcoin. So I don't know what this is. PNG on the weekly time frame. So we have resistance right now at 36.6 cents. We have support down there at 36. Wait, that's at 3 point. Never mind. So that can't be right. You have a local low right here though at 10.3 cents, and you have massive resistance at 32 cents. So on the weekly time frame, this is a huge time frame. You can see that the weekly is actually pretty bullish. Like this is a falling wedge here on the weekly for PNG. I don't know what this is, but also you have to remember if Bitcoin keeps dumping, so will altcoins. But to me, like right now, despite everything, right now, this is actually somewhat bullish for a move back to the upside. So we will see what happens. But to me, PNG on the weekly time frame alone looks like you want to get that measure move all the way up to approximately 50 cents. So weekly is good on PNG. 3 day is making a lower high. 2 days making a lower high. Daily is making a lower high. Now, does that mean you're going to come back down to 10 or 11 cents? Probably not, but they are making lower highs. So now you made a lower high. You would try to make a higher low above 11 cents to start the reversal of a trend. 12-hour time frame, trying to get that bounce back to the upside. 8-hour time frame, trying to get that bounce back to the upside. 6-hour and 4-hour, kind of same situation for PNG, which I don't know what this is, but this is that's what I see going on for PNG. Now you could say that you're in some kind of rounded bottom here on the 4-hour time frame for PNG, and that's what I see on PNG. These are actually pretty bullish patterns, and they call bottoms about 68% of the time. You're above the 200-day moving average, which is right here at 1511. That's a good sign. So if you hold that level, I don't know why it was just disconnected. I'm only on this computer right now. So anyways, as long as you stay above 1511, you're good on PNG. Is a 6-hour time frame above it? Yes, you are. So if you 6-hour time frame is also above it, is the 8-hour time frame above it? Yes, barely. It's a 12-hour above it. It looks like you're likely to go touch 23.6 based on moving averages alone. If you break it on the 8-hour, then I look for the 12-hour to be hit next and touch the 200. If you break it on the 12 hour, I would look for the daily to get a move up to 25.2. If you break it on the daily, I would look for the 2-day to do it, although I don't know where the 2 days even at. 2 days all the way up here at 31 cents. So if you break the 12-hour 200, I'd be looking for the daily 200 to then be hit at 31 cents. That's a ways away, but that's just what I see going on based on moving averages alone. So PNG, thank you for the request. I don't know. I mean, it is on Coinbase, but I don't know what this is or anything beyond that. So I will say this: PNG overall actually looks pretty bullish to me for a move up. So going on vacation if it hits 50 cents, well, I hope it does for you then. It looks like it very likely could, but it's on the weekly time frame where when I said that measurement was 50 cents, so that could take 2 months to play out. So if you're willing to be patient, investing or doing a long-term swing trade, you could get paid out pretty nicely. You could. So, but I would say this as well: if the weekly time frame gets overbought and before around 40 cents, I would consider just selling at 40 cents because that's still a double from here. But that's just my thoughts. So PNG looks good to me on the weekly and a lot of other time frames. Yeah, that's PNG in a nutshell. What is the volume indicator? I don't even know why I have this because I never use it. But basically, it tells you where the most orders are at. So right now on PNG, but the thing I don't like about this one is I don't even know why I have it because I don't trade off of it. But on every time frame, it's different. So on the 4-hour, it's saying that there's a lot of orders at 14.7. But if you gap above 14.7, then you're looking at 18.9. But you're already there. So, and you probably already wicked to 18.9 right there. So, but it just tells you where all the orders are at. So I guess technically, if you get above this level here at 14.9, then that tells you the price is very likely to go to the next high volume node or the next place there's the second most orders, which would have been right around here at 18.9 or 19. And that's basically where you wait to on the smaller time frame. So that's just what that says. I really don't use it ever. I don't know why I even have it. I don't even notice it, honestly, unless someone asks me about it. So I can just turn it off because it's kind of not necessary really for what I do. But yeah, that's what that does at least. So it is nice to know, I guess, but that's the same thing that Bookmap does on Bitcoin. Now, if you're using altcoins, then they don't have Bookmap. But yeah, Bitcoin right now, you're at the top of the channel right now. Yeah, you're at the top of the channel. Appreciate it, Larry. Anyways, so yeah, that is a volume indicator. What is it called? VRVP. Yeah, volume range, volume profile. That's what it stands for. So, anyways, that's what we got going on. There's not a ton to talk about. Well, I mean, there probably is, but so that's kind of what I see going on. For Bitcoin tomorrow, I'm kind of bearish on it, and I believe that we're going to get a little bit more of a pullback tomorrow. We'll see what happens. But for right now, I believe the trend is to the downside for at least Tuesday, unless you can break $86,700. I keep trying to tell my brother to buy Bitcoin. He just doesn't listen. It's kind of unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. And you know what? When Bitcoin goes to 170,000, they're going to wish they had some. So the Bitcoin I'm buying right now, 70%. 70% of the Bitcoin I'm buying right now, I'm going to hold till retirement. 30%, I'll be selling whenever I believe the top is in for this bull run. So that's just what I'm doing. And then in the bear market, I'll be accumulating Bitcoin all the way down to 100,000 because I believe that could be the low for this upcoming bear market. We will see, though. We will see. That's a good question. What's Bitcoin dominance doing? I haven't looked at that in so long. I don't know why. I don't know. I just haven't. I think I had Bitcoin dominance right on one of my charts. I should. This it? No, definitely not. Why is it there? It's a good question, though. Thank you for the question. Now let's go figure it out. I have it somewhere on my watch list. I don't know why. I might have to re-add it because I don't know where it went. Oh, it's Bitcoin dominance. All right. I don't know why. Why can I not find it now that I want it? That's market cap Bitcoin dominance. Here we go. Oh yeah, this is the chart I want. I want the percent chart. Okay, here we go. So let's look at this just on the weekly time frame. So this basically tells you how good Bitcoin is performing compared to altcoins. And the lower this chart is, the better altcoins have of popping to the upside and just pumping. And the closer this is to 60%, that means that Bitcoin is in complete control of the market. You can see that right now, Bitcoin dominance is pretty high at 60% for Bitcoin dominance. That's pretty high. You can see that the weekly time frame is overbought, meaning that maybe pretty soon in the next month or two, we could see some move to the downside on Bitcoin dominance. And that would mean that altcoins could have some fun in the sun. Here's the problem. If you want that to happen is, yes, you're overbought on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin dominance. The problem being is that now you're in a ascending triangle, and these break up 68% of the time. This will break to 72%. If that happens, that would spell that Bitcoin's about to go parabolic. So, and that would pretty much be how you get to a blow off top for Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. But to me, like, yes, you're overbought on the weekly, but I've seen a lot of times when Bitcoin and crypto gets euphoric in a bull run, the weekly stays overbought for 2 or 3 months at a time sometimes. And so to get up to 72%, that would have to happen. That suggests that maybe in about a month from today, Bitcoin starts its massive move to new all-time highs, and then that would be how you get euphoric. And then if you break this level here, it could take another 2 months to get to 72%. We'll see what happens. But to me, Bitcoin dominance looks pretty good, even though it's overbought. And again, this would suggest that altcoins could definitely pump with Bitcoin, but they're not going to. We're not going to have a massive altcoin season until Bitcoin probably gets to new all-time highs and then goes sideways for several weeks. But this suggests, though, this chart's very bullish for Bitcoin making new all-time highs very, very soon. I mean, again, this is an ascending triangle. These break up 68% of the time, so we will see what happens. But to me, Bitcoin is this chart's like really, backing my decision to buy more Bitcoin every single week. So I'm happy with what I'm doing. I'm not buying a lot of Bitcoin, but I'm buying what I can buy, and I'll be. It's better than zero. It's better than buying nothing. I'll tell you that. So yes, Bitcoin dominance is continuing to go up, and it does suggest that we get a nice move on altcoins here, or on Bitcoin, in the next 1 to 2 months. 4 hour is above the 200. That's awesome. Is the 6 hour above it? Yes. Is the 8 hour above it? Yes. That's awesome. I didn't know that. 12 hours above it. Daily's above it. All these massive time frames are above the 200. That is a great sign for continuation to the upside. So, yeah, I believe Bitcoin is about to go parabolic based on this chart alone. Bitcoin's chart looks phenomenal as well, but this looks actually kind of even better than Bitcoin itself. But the chart does suggest that altcoins could kind of not do fantastic compared to Bitcoin. So this does suggest that Bitcoin is going to continue to have control over the market, at least for the next 2 to 3 months, based on what I'm seeing. I could be wrong. You could lose a 4 hour 200, and then you could dump out of this pattern. But I would say this, until you lose about 60% on Bitcoin dominance, I would be looking for Bitcoin to control the market and slowly creep up or go sideways. But overall, right now, I'd be looking for Bitcoin to really dominate the market for the next 2 to 4 months. And then after that, maybe we can reevaluate. Maybe altcoins can take over. But for right now, Bitcoin dominance does want to continue to the upside, possibly up to 71.64%. And honestly, if you back test this, when was the last time, if I go to the daily time frame, and I'm going to remove the drawings for right now, when was the last time Bitcoin dominance was 72%? That would have been on 8th January 21. That was like the last bull run. So we can go to the Bitcoin chart then on the weekly time frame and see what Bitcoin was doing on January 21st of 2021. January. Well, that was after it kind of topped out. So interesting. All right. That'd be the blow off top scenario though. It tops out, Bitcoin's topped out for the bull run. So that suggests if Bitcoin does get to 71%, then Bitcoin's top is probably in for the cycle. I short Bitcoin this morning, started downtrend on the 4 hour. Well, that was actually a good move. My ultra looking vitamin D deficient neither day in the sun. That's for sure. Anyways, yeah, that's what Bitcoin dominance does suggest, is that you get that move to the downside. Or upside, I mean, on Bitcoin dominance. So that's kind of what I see going on that aspect. Also, wow, 600 likes are all right. It's better than normal, so thank you guys for that. So that's Bitcoin Diamonds looks pretty good to me. So that's kind of if you guys have another request, I'll do it. Otherwise, that's kind of what I want to go through. I'll be back live. What is today? Saturday? No, today's okay. So I'll be back live Saturday, 11 p.m. Central Time. But I'll do another request if there's another one. But that's Bitcoin Diamonds looks pretty good for a move to the upside. Safe Moon on Solana. On Solana. Dude, I don't know if I want to look at meme coins right now. What's the market cap of that? I don't know, man. SafeMoon is so dead. I don't even think SafeMoon can I even. They just launched rebranded on Solana. Okay, I'll look at it. If it's new, I'll look at it. SafeMoon on Solana. And it says I don't see any that were new though. What I don't see it. I don't see it. 28 days ago, is that it? 26 days ago? This one? Oh my god. The market cap is $370,000. Is this what you mean? I mean, it's not mooning, so this can't be the right. This is the one? Okay, well the market cap. Yeah, the market cap is only I don't think that's right. What number down is it? Just let me know. But anyways, that's yeah, I don't know. I don't know. If they relaunch a meme coin called SafeMoon, I can't imagine it's gonna do very well. $24 million market cap. You can text me on Telegram what the contract address is, and then I can look it up. Otherwise, I have no way to look it up because I don't know which one it is. So, anyways, yeah, all right, we tried. Yeah. All right, let's go look at XRP. I don't know how I'm supposed to look at that one. So, moving on. Let's go look at XRP. And then that's going to be it for tonight. So, all right, XRP right now. Let's look at the weekly time frame. Weekly time frame on XRP. I said that it had this falling wedge here, and this was just a big idea, a bigger idea, with a move to the upside. And this is still a play, really. So, this is still a play for. I'll comment on that in a second. Weekly time frame measure move is $3.50. The 3-day time frame is trying to get that move to the upside. The daily time frame right now is trying to get that move to the upside as well. I feel like I have a lot going on in this chart. Let me delete that line. This I said, I don't know, maybe this was 2 days ago. I don't know when I said this. This was around the bottom. Then you have your handle. This is a cup and handle. And the measure move right now for XRP is still to the upside. The last few days it's gone sideways, but the measure move is still $2.90. So the 12-hour time frame to me is kind of lackluster. It doesn't look fantastic. 8 hours, same situation. 6 hours, same situation. I mean, these are both lackluster. Now, could this be doing the same thing that we just saw, but maybe on a smaller scale? Probably could be. I'll put this idea here. I probably won't leave it here because I don't need my chart to be so, full of lines. But this is kind of the same situation that we just saw a few days ago or maybe a week ago. It could be playing out again, but maybe a smaller cup and handle to the upside. This one would give you a measure move of $2.53. 4-hour time frame is above the 200. That's a good sign. The 6-hour time frame needs to get above the 200 at 243, which are almost above. The 8-hour time frame really needs to get above it at 259. So if you break 253, 259, or even 263, which is resistance, would be next. Yes, but XRP overall looks bullish to me. I would look for this if I go back to the daily time frame or even the 4-hour time frame. XRP must hold its support at $2. If you can do that, your next resistance is 263. Following that, 290 would be your target on XRP. I do think XRP, though, is looking pretty bullish to me. And this is what I see as a round bottom and possible cup and handle. Now, if you make a lower low below this low at 235, then this is no longer a cup and handle. It's no longer a bullish pattern. But one could think about going long here with a stop at 235, take profit around 263, 260. Not financial advice, but that's actually a valid trade setup that I do see right now. So that's just an idea that I see in the charts. Thank you for the rose. It smells so good. Thank you. Appreciate it, Perry. So yeah, that's what I see in the charts for XRP. Perry, confetti! Wow, let's throw a party. 100% right. Appreciate it. You comment. You commented the. What do you mean? You joined my Telegram? Because I have a Telegram. I don't see a message in here. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Yeah, I'm sorry, I do not see your message. Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, man. With that being said, guys, that's kind of everything we got. So I appreciate you guys stopping by. I don't know what your market said. Choose a time frame. I don't know what that means. So that's kind of everything I got. As always, guys, respect the trend. The trend is your friend until the end. I'll see you guys in the next one, and then I'll be back live on Saturday at 11 p.m. Central Time. I appreciate you guys stopping by. I appreciate the support, and I'll be posting tomorrow. I'm gonna post a video on YouTube, probably revolving around XCN because I don't know why XCN, but that is just whatever's hot on my channel. So it used to be Jasmine, now it seems to be XCN, and that's just what it is. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Again, respect the trend. Don't try counter trade the trend. It does not go your way very often. With that being said, guys, that's all I got. Cheers and have a great night. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Whoops, did not want to click that. Adios, amigos.